you are like using different kind of vocabularies and phrases as well, right? Which is my cup of tea. So how do you learn, and what kind of strategy you are following to improve your
Okay.
vocabulary and phrases?
Okay. So the thing is this, when it comes to work on the vocabulary, so like how we can incorporate the vocabularies while speaking. Now these days, yeah, after when I started speaking this language in a basic manner, so I was also on a plateau where I was finding myself like I'm not improving by leaps and bounds. I was just talking to the people in a common manner, in a basic manner. I was just using only the basic vocabularies. So I was thinking, Lalit, you should go to an extra mile and you should work on yourself more and you should find some ways when you are incorporating advanced vocabulary. So you have to push yourself to incorporate that vocabularies while speaking.
Right,
Yes,
right. And yeah, we must contemplate towards vocabulary part, towards like phrases. If you are
exactly.
able to bring innovation, the kind of innovation, so definitely you are going to attain your perseverance goals, right? Perfection is not attainable.
Exactly.
We
Hmm.
chase, so we need to
You
chase.
said right.
But if a person are very like they have the kind of zeal, they will definitely stand for the work. Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, very good evening. I'm doing great, ma'am. Thank you so much for asking. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking, sir. How was your morning today?
Yeah, my day has been quite fine so far, and I have done lot many things since morning, and
Okay.
still I have been doing lot many things simultaneously because we are the human and we never take rest in the day shift all the time.
Right.
We always keep ourselves swamped with the things, like we always think that we should go further into the life and into the career as well. So I also have been doing the same thing.
And we should keep ourselves engaged to do like our work in a precise manner, right?
Yes.
Keeping it means you're not feeling where you are alone, right? So this is the thing.
Hmm.
As we are
So
meeting very first time, so please introduce yourself if you don't mind.
yeah, definitely. I would be more than happy to tell you something about me. So this side, Lalit, I come all the way from Uttar Pradesh, and I completed my graduation in pharmacy, and it's been nearly 7+ years. To me, I have been working in private organizations, and when if I talk about my core of interest, so I like to listen to music a lot, and I have a YouTube channel as well by the name of EngmatesIndia, wherein I upload English related content, and that is all about me in a nutshell. Thank you so much for giving me this amazing opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. And your introduction was amazing, I would
Yes.
say.
So I
And
would also like to request you, would you please, would you please walk me through about your introduction if you don't mind?
yes, I'm going to introduce myself. As you know, my name is Babita, and I hail from Gorakhpur, UP. About my education, I've done graduation with English. I did PG, B.Ed, and also qualified CTET, UPTET. Apart
Okay,
from this,
great.
simultaneously, I'm also running a YouTube channel. That name is Learn English with Babita. About my hobbies, I love singing, yoga, and talking with the people. Along with
Okay.
I'm a kids. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, you are such a doing a captivative job, I would say, because you have been doing lot many things simultaneously, and you have started your. So how long have you been running your YouTube channel?
It's been 11 months. Uh,
Okay.
I've been doing this, and just because of learning purpose, I have created my YouTube channel. And I
Okay.
must say, because of my channel, I'm able to elaborate my thought in English language now. Because
Yeah,
earlier it
same
was
to me. Yeah, yeah. I was also sailing in the same boat. Why I started my YouTube channel just because to work on my things, just to track myself how I am improving actually. Because we need to keep the record, like how you are working on yourself and in which thing you are finding shortcoming in yourself. So I
right,
was initially in my stepping step, I was finding lot many shortcomings in myself, and I actually needed to recognize them. Then only we can vanquish them when we are able to recognize them, like what all kinds of shortcomings or mistakes are being done by us while speaking.
right. And we can also see our progress in our future, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Where we were in our past and where we have reached now, right?
Exactly. And simultaneously, we don't need to put our more extra effort. We don't need to go to an extra mile to create the content. As we are communicating with each other, so simultaneously we have been recording this session, and we can utilize this session for the YouTube as well.
Yeah, and we can learn something from them because everyone has different opinions, thought, perspective, and in such manner
Exactly.
we acquire a lot of knowledge from them just by talking with them.
Exactly. Yeah, you said right. You have hit the nail on the head. I completely accord with you that it is a way where we are exchanging our thoughts, and by exchanging our thoughts, we are getting to know about each other, like how we can grow in personal and professional manner.
Right, right. So I have watched you some of videos with many YouTubers, and it was really remarkable videos. Those videos was really very good. I have watched, and your English is superb, I would
Okay.
say. Yeah, you are using different kind of vocabularies and phrases as well,
Hmm.
right? Which is my cup of tea. So, how do you learn and what kind of strategy you are following to improve your
Okay.
vocabulary and idiom and phrases?
Okay. So the thing is this, when it comes to work on the vocabulary, so these kinds of issues, like people are not able to actually understand or comprehend those things, like how we can incorporate the vocabularies while speaking. Now these days, yeah, after when I started speaking this language in a basic manner, so I was also on a plateau where I was finding myself like I'm not improving by leaps and bounds. I was just talking to the people in a common manner, in a basic manner. I was just using only the basic vocabularies. So I was thinking, like, Lalit, you should go to an extra mile and you should work on yourself more, and you should find some ways by following them. You'll be able to vanquish the vocabularies, and you'll be able to speak in a beautify manner in this language. Because till the time we are not doing any kind of beautification of this language, so we are not gonna leave any kind of impression on others. So first we have to make sure that we are incorporating some advanced kind of vocabularies, so we can sound more effective or more communicative, right? When we have tons of words in our bucket list, so that time we can just pick up them and we can just speak them. So
Yeah,
when it comes to the improvement, how do I work on my things actually? So I work on my vocabularies. This is the obvious thing that now these days I have started like conquering the vocabularies as well, because it is also the inevitable reason that if you are, as I mentioned, that if you want to do the modification, so you need some words. And how you can get the words when you are working on your vocabularies. So first thing is this, that you need to work on your vocabularies, and second thing is this, that we need to work on our pronunciation. Like whenever we are pronouncing any kind of word, so that should be at least correct. I'm not saying that that should be perfect, but at least we should try that we are speaking that word in a perfect manner, so that you
hmm,
can sound more clear, right? So
right,
sometimes, yeah, sometimes we have to focus on quality, not on quantity. Third
right,
thing is
right.
this. Yes,
Hmm.
third thing is this, that we should, when we are in the process of learning vocabularies, learning grammatical structures, so that time we should focus on quality, not on quantity. As so
Yeah,
sometimes
great.
it happens, yeah, sometimes it happens that we get into the bewildered situation or in the puzzle where we are not able to understand like how we can speak this sentence. So that time it is okay if you're fumbling. Like I also do the same thing when I get fumble, because when you are incorporating advanced vocabulary, so you have to push yourself to incorporate that vocabularies while speaking, because now these days knowledge is ubiquitous, but we have to find out which, by following which way we'll be able to triumph that particular knowledge.
Right,
Yes.
right. And yeah, we must contemplate towards vocabulary part, towards phrases, and because the kind of vocabulary and phrases, new and if you are using those vocabulary phrases, so your conversation will be really impressive for
Okay, so
others.
I have watched couple of videos of yours as well. It's been long time I've been like watching your videos too. So and so I would like to know something about your like English journey, how you have been working on yourself, and like what made you to actually to learn this language, because you are from UP, and in UP it is not much inhabitable to you and to all the people of UP to speak this language. And
Yes.
so there must have been some inhabitable reason behind it that you have started conquering this language.
Yeah, actually, sir, 1.5 years ago, I was preparing KVS examination, and in that examination, I had to give interview in English language, right? So
Okay.
that search how to give interview in English language, how to elaborate our thought, right? How to speak in English language in front of anybody, right? So I used to search, and while searching, I got a lot of videos over there related to homemakers mostly. So I used to watch one of video come across like in front of me, and that was like English with the Hati madam. So I was really very getting inspired from her because her videos were is like remarkable at the
Hmm.
time. And I must say she is inspiration for many learners, right?
Hmm.
So I think at that time I wish I could speak in English, but I was not getting much timing. I was not getting like good environment as well. But once I watched her video, I like started to think about myself. If she can do, why can't I? I have
Exactly.
all ability, right? Because she was not getting much internet and quality of good environment, but still she has done a lot of things, and now
Hmm.
everybody knows about her, right? So I
Exactly.
think,
Now
and
she is very famous.
yeah, she is very prominent and very best version on YouTube channel, right? So this thing actually, I'm getting inspired from homemakers, and this is how I started my journey. And when I was going in the PTM to my kids' school, where I was also getting this like environment because teacher
Okay.
was speaking English language with the parents, right?
Okay.
And it was very very daunting task for me to manage over there in English language, right? Although English was my subject when I was in the college, but yet I had a lot of fear, embarrassment, hesitation to talk with the people. I didn't want to face even, right?
But
But I
I,
must.
as
Hmm.
per my findings, we still, we people still find these kinds of hesitation when we talk to any impeccable or any eloquent speaker, right? So we find some kind of hesitation that we cannot break the ice, we cannot touch the base. But this is nothing apart from the hesitation, apart from the fear of speaking.
Right,
This is the
right.
only thing that we have, right? Apart from that, I don't think so that we have something that we cannot break the ice somewhere, we cannot touch the base. We
Yeah,
can we can speak anywhere, we can touch the base anywhere, but the thing is this, that we are not getting that chance to break the ice there. Like if we are tend to do those things, so nobody is gonna stop us like while speaking, right? Nobody's gonna
no,
know us that you are speaking something wrong and you are not able to speak.
if you are unstoppable person, nobody is going to stop you. Once you have
Exactly.
made commitment to yourself to do anything to achieve, so you will do it and you will stand for yourself for that work until you attain that desired results in your life. So
So
this
have
is
you
the
ever got any, yeah, have you ever got any chance to speak in front of like 10 or 20 people in English communication?
Yeah, right now I'm doing everyday conversation, but earlier, I was not getting this much environment. I was not getting people, and in my initial time, I had messaged with many YouTubers, but they were not responding me at that time, right? So
Hmm.
once I was there, and he was like adding me on a Skype group, and right. So since July 2024, I'm trying to elevate my English language over there through Skype app. So I must say, this platform is really very grateful for me. So
Exactly,
this is
yeah. This is a blessing in disguise for the people, those who literally wants to unfold, those who literally want to unfold their self in this communication. So this is like boon for them, including
right.
me. Because earlier when I was not on this application, so that time I was using an application and that was Josh Talk application. So where yeah, there I was finding only those people, those who were just having audio calls. Because on that application we only can have audio calls, right?
Right.
So
Right.
now these days it is completely prevalent, everybody using that jostock application. That is
Yeah,
not posting to the people and arm in a leg, and that is why people are preferring to that application first.
right, right. And during my learning English journey, I have learned a lot of lesson. Not
Hmm.
only fluency. I'm trying to read a lot of books nowadays. I have purchased two,
Okay.
three books, and where I am getting a lot of like maturity and the lesson of life you can learn there,
Exactly. Yeah,
right?
we
So
can
this,
learn something about the humanity, like how the
yeah,
people are treating us, how the people are coming to us to take the benefits out, right?
yeah,
And
and
how the people are.
how can we manage our timing in a proper manner? How can like extricate with any kind of circumstances, adversity? So this is the thing actually. This is what I believe in me, and I'm getting this thing inside me. Earlier, it was not
The thing
like
is this. The thing is this. I would definitely like to spill the beans about it. Actually, a famous person said this thing that if you are reading out the books, so it means that you are reading out the 70 years of experience of a person,
right,
or
right,
at least the 50 years of experience of a person. When somebody is writing his book, so it means that he has been explaining or he has been mentioning his experiences in that particular books. And when we are studying about the life books or about the humanity kind of books, so that time we always get to know something about the experiences of life.
right, right. Everything we are going to learn from those books, right? So we must try to inculcate reading the habit of reading books, the habit of listening good speaker, motivational speakers, right? So there
Exactly.
are kind of like videos are available. We can't excuse ourselves. I don't have
Yeah,
time, my life is bad, I'm not in the mood to do anything, right? So these kind of negative things we need to like emit from our mind, and we need to incorporate the habit of like think and thinking positive aura inside us, so that
exactly.
to manage all the thing in a positive manner. Because once I enroll myself to learn to read books, I always try to address myself as a positive person, and this is
Hmm.
how, yeah, I'm doing, and I'm able to manage all the thing precisely.
Yes, it is great. It is quite charismatic that now you have started reading out some kind of books, those who are adding huge number of points to your personality or personified, and that is gonna definitely bring transformation, a huge and drastic transformation in yourself, I would say, right?
Yeah,
Because reading is one of the only path that by following reading will be able to vanquish anything. Like science books, if we are reading out, it means that we are gonna become scientists. If we are reading out medical kind of books, so we are gonna learn about the treatment and all, right?
right.
So as we have been reading about the humanity, so we'll be able to vanquish the things of humanity, actually how to deal with the people and how they are taking out the benefits from our end, and what all kind of behavior or personalities are there in near around our society.
And in
Yes,
such manner, you can love to yourself, you can respect yourself, right?
exactly.
Because yeah, so this is the thing actually, we are not able to find out our like expression, our feelings. Sometimes we always compare to others, how they are like progressing in their life, but we are not able to see, always try to like compare with ourselves, what were we before and
Exactly.
this now. So in such
Yeah,
manner you
by reading, yeah,
to
you
attend.
said right. By reading, we stop overthinking, and second thing is this: we stop compri sorry we stop doing comparison ourselves to others. So this
Right.
is also a great kind of thing that we have been getting from the books, and I would definitely say that by reading out something, we get to know the reality of humanity, and we get to know the reality of spirituality as well. And in
Yeah.
that particular manner, we always find that spirituality is on the top of everything, right?
Yeah.
So
And
when we are reading in innumerable books, so we always excel to connect ourselves with the spirituality only, not with the humanity. We always get to know this thing that now this materialistic world, this is just waste. We shouldn't carry any kind of aspirations or desires in our heart. we should only connect ourselves with the spirituality so that we can reincarnate.
Yeah, I also connect. I am early bird. I am an early bird. I little early in the morning and try
Okay.
to connect with the universe. I try
Mm,
to nowadays, while incorporating myself reading books, I got to know a lot of things. How to connect with the
exactly.
universe, how to
Mm,
be positive in our life, how to deal with any kind of like situation,
mm,
circumstance, right? So this is the thing. This is how actually we need to like face the challenges. We need to
exactly.
evaluate ourselves first, right? And this is how life goes on, because
Yeah.
the the meaning of life is not only surviving, having food, right? We are here to do something different.
Yeah, exactly. We must achieve something so that we can relish our future, and
Yeah,
we must know how to take the bull by the horns. Then only we can hit the sky. If we are just sitting idle somewhere and we are just overthinking that we'll be able to do this thing by having this thing or that thing, so nothing is gonna happen by do this thing,
yeah,
right?
nothing
Yeah,
means you're
yeah.
just
Yeah,
can.
yeah. To achieve something, we have to reciprocate. We have to do some action. Then only we can vanquish some things. If we are just thinking that by sitting idle, we'll be able to have everything, nothing is going to happen. Like if somebody wants to learn this language and he doesn't want to work on his grammatical kind of thing or vocabulary. So this is literally not like completely hard not to crack to learn this language by just
Right.
speaking, because initially I was also thinking that as more as I speak, as more as I will get the fluency, but it is not like that. We need some words as well to articulate myself. So
Yeah.
yeah, we need some correct grammatical structures as well to
Mm.
express myself in a better version.
Bring innovation in our work on daily basis, in our day-to-day life, right? If you are
Exactly.
able to bring innovation, the kind of innovation, so definitely you are going to attain your perseverance goals, right? Perfection is not
Exactly.
attainable. We
Mm.
chase, so we need to
You
chase
said right. Yeah, you said right actually. When we are incorporating innovations in our life, so we'll be able to sustain our consistency for long, as per my way of perceiving. And one more thing is there, when we are executing new things each and every day, so we are not going to get monotonous from the things. Like if somebody feels that I'm just losing my hope of speaking this language or uttering this language, so he'll not be able to feel any kind of monotonousness in this language. He'll always feel very enthusiastic and accelerated at this language because he has been incorporating innumerable things in like
yeah.
communication or executing. Yeah,
If the person is not doing any such productive thing in their day-to-day life, they can feel always monotonous, dejected in their life, right?
hmm,
And not do anything in a productive thing throughout the day. But if a person are very they have the kind of zeal, they will definitely stand for the work. So this is the reason.
exactly.
Yeah, so always we should try to emphasize ourselves, to learn new things, to update ourselves, to uplift in our life.
What
Like,
somewhere it happens. I have witnessed one more thing when when it is very inevitable to take the actions, we people don't take any action.
right?
We always put off the things and we always procrastinate the things, that let's
Mm,
put it for tomorrow and I'll do it tomorrow, including me as well, because I was also sailing in the same boat. Now these days I have started like turning my personality from that personality to this personality, but still sometimes I have to do this thing that I would do this thing tomorrow. So the procrastination is also there in the personality or personified.
it's a very big challenge, you know. If you
Yes,
are doing procrastination, so you're not going to achieve your perseverance, desired results in your life, right? So
yes,
for getting good consequences in your life, you have to appear yourself on daily basis. You need to be consistent in your journey if you really
exactly.
want to attain your desired goals, right? So this is the thing. Actually, we are human beings. Sometimes we feel not to do anything and do our work in a positive manner, so it happens, but we need to push ourselves emphasize ourselves, and we need to bring in our minds the positive vibes so that we cannot be like I'm not in the mood to do that work. If you are able to create positive vibes, create positive aura, so you'll be ready for the work. So this is the thing actually, because we are having a lot of negative cues in our mind. And
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
this is the
Yeah, yeah.
also.
So we have to, we have to comprehend each and everything in a meticulous manner so that we can perceive those things in a right manner and we can take the necessary step towards the growth, towards uplifting ourselves. And
Right.
that, yeah, everything we have to do periodically and spontaneously. Otherwise, we are not gonna grow in any sector of career or any sector of personal life as well.
Right, right. Okay, sir. So we have talked. It's been, I think, 25 minutes. So now we should wind up the session.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Thank you so much for being with
Yeah,
me here on this call and have a great time. Thank you so much for connecting with me. It was a amazing and flabbergasted conversation with you.
I'm also feeling the same, yes, sir. And thank you so much for giving me this time as well. Thanks a lot.